Aurora police say they've arrested 4 of 5 men seen in a frightening doorbell video showing several people with guns outside of an apartment in June. The suspects were caught on camera pounding on a door, then hiding out of sight, prompting the victim to call 911. Investigators say the arrests include men from both Aurora and Venezuela, each facing felony menacing charges. One man has already pleaded guilty and was sentenced to probation. Police are still looking for a 5th suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers.
Right now, CPW is looking for more information after another bull elk was poached last month. This is at least the 3rd reported poaching in Colorado within the last month. Officials say the elk was killed around September 9th or 10th, and the elk was found in the Hudson drainage area north of the Medano Pass parking lot. National Park Services says the suspect may have been carrying a compound bow with bright fletching and 2 elk antlers and driving a dark-colored Ram truck. Anyone who has information is asked to call National Park Services. That number is 719-589-5807.
Law enforcement is issuing a warning about a crime trend known as jugging, and it's now making its way into our state. Now, news reporter Brianna Fernandez is live in Lakewood. Brianna, for anyone like me who doesn't know, what is jugging?
So it's a crime where thieves are targeting customers who are either leaving a bank, an ATM, or a cash checking store. So it's a national trend that's been popping up in major cities like Texas, California, and now here in our state in Colorado. So Denver police back in June, they posted that they responded to around 25 jugging cases since 2024. Lakewood police had a recent case over the weekend. Now, while police didn't release major details about this case or where it happened, they want everyone to keep an eye out on your surroundings. Police say thieves are watching customers who are carrying cash, envelopes, or cash bags. Thieves then follow the customers to their cars or to their next location, and then they rob you. So to protect yourself, police say right after you make a transaction at an ATM, bank, or check cashing store, just be discreet with your cash. Put it away, look for any suspicious behavior, put your phone down as well, and watch out for cars that look like they may be conducting surveillance, or if you notice a car that's following you. Now, if you see a car that is following you, or you see any type of suspicious behavior, you're asked to call 911 immediately. For now, I'm live here in Lakewood, Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. The Colorado Department of Natural Resources is introducing new oversight measures for the state's tourist mine industry. This comes just over a year after 1 person was killed and a dozen others were trapped underground at the Molly Kathleen Gold Mine in Teller County. An investigation found the accident was caused by operational error. A door on the elevator was not properly latched. State officials say the proposed rules would require tourist mine elevators to have a valid certificate of operation and would increase the numbers of inspections needed to stay open.
A new round of layoffs at the Education Department is depleting an agency already hit hard by the Trump administration's previous mass firings. The Trump administration started laying off 466 Department of Education staffers on Friday amid mass firings across the government meant to pressure Democratic lawmakers over the federal shutdown. Sources say the cuts were mainly within the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services. That department supports special education programs that serve millions of people nationwide. Last March, the Department of Education cut nearly half of its entire workforce. The move was part of the Trump administration's effort to reduce the size of the federal government.
This morning, President Trump is back at the White House after signing a historic peace deal between Israel and Hamas that his administration helped broker. The president attended a peace summit in Egypt, joining world leaders to celebrate the agreement that freed the last 20 living Israeli hostages. The reunions brought emotional moments in Israel as families embraced loved ones held captive since the October 7th attacks. The deal also released nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners returning to a war-torn Gaza Strip.
Historic day, to put it mildly. We're going to have a lot of money coming into Gaza and a lot of rebuilding and building.
The agreement marks the first phase of a 20-point peace plan, with questions still remaining about Hamas's future role and who will govern Gaza.
Today, the U.S. and China are imposing new port fees on each other's ships amid growing tensions over trade. The U.S. Trade Representative and China's Ministry of Transport confirmed the new measures, calling them part of escalating policies between the two countries. Chinese officials accused the U.S. of triggering the latest dispute with new export controls last month, prompting Beijing to tighten restrictions on rare earth minerals. In response, President Trump is threatening a major tariff hike on Chinese imports by November 1st.
One of the nation's largest banks is making a big bet on America's security. JP Morgan Chase plans to invest $10 billion in defense contractors and AI companies to strengthen U.S. economic and national security as trade tensions with China grow. The bank says that it will also help facilitate $1.5 trillion in investments over the next decade, focused on critical industries like computer chips and electric vehicles.
It is 6:07 on your Tuesday morning, and we've issued a traffic impact alert because of this crash we're following. If you're just joining us this morning, it's on southbound I-25 and 84th Avenue. So if you need to travel through the North Glen Thornton area, you are going to be dealing with some slow speeds on southbound I-25. Two right lanes are open and moving. The two vehicles that look to have been involved in the wreck are loaded up onto tow trucks, so we may be getting closer to the wreck being cleared out. It's, of course, causing delays for your southbound I-25 commute again into the Thornton area. We're going to look a little bit closer into that in my full report, but we'll send things over to Katie now for a check of your forecast.
Erica, thank you so much. It's partly to mostly cloudy skies, dry this morning and not as chilly. Temperatures are right now in the 40s here over the metro area. Mostly cloudy this morning, clearing later on. So sunshine and 74. Pretty pleasant conditions here for the Front Range and Eastern Plains. We are bracing though for more wet weather in the high country and over southwestern Colorado. I'll take you through the extended forecast. We are bracing for around 1 to even 2 additional inches of rain in spots like Durango, Pagosa Springs that don't need it after some catastrophic flooding we've already seen over the past several days.